Hi Scorpio, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, I do apologize for me not uploading something forever. I think you are some of the signs that have been waiting the longest for me to upload. Maybe you're new to this, then you haven't been waiting for anything. Welcome. I'm starting to do this reading today on the 12th of March. And before I set an end date, but I won't do that anymore. I've asked for just the near future, what's going on for you in the near future. That can mean like stretching up to 3 weeks from now. It can also go into like up to 3 months from now. I don't even think it's possible to go longer because you're so constantly changing your energy that, I mean, overall you could head somewhere with your energy and you would know where you're going. But with all these changing energies going on, they're so like you're not the same person today that you were a month ago. Like you were completely shifted energies. I feel from it just goes so fast now. So that's why I do that. So when you find this reading 5 weeks after I posted it, it can still be as valid as when I did the reading. Okay. I'm going to start to shuffle now, and some people obviously don't like when I shuffle. Oh, I find that very funny, so we'll do this very fast. Oh my god. I just have to see. I'm going to put them back because it's the two of the three are exactly... I need to shuffle a bit more because they're exactly... They will come out again. If it's supposed to be, they will come out again. But it was... It was funny because I was like, that's the thing. You rather want what you want than for it to be fast, right? It's more important to wait a bit to get the juicy stuff. That's an important lesson for everything. Wouldn't you rather wait another 3 months to meet the person of your dreams than to just meet a person tomorrow? Universe, get me what I want as fast as you can. Okay, here. But wouldn't you rather want to wait even a year if you knew that waiting of a year would yield you exactly what you wanted and then more? I'm just defending that. It's taking a bit of time to shuffle here now. No, but think about it. It really has a point. It's going to take the time it takes for stuff to be organized, for you to be really satisfied when it gets here. Probably that's the reading. That's probably what it's going to be about. I'm using the Psychic Tarot card deck by John Holland. And I will clarify it if needed with the Mystical Wisdom deck, which I love. There's 4 cards, let's see. And what's new is that I will go do extended. You guys have been asking about it, and I love that you've been asking about it. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Is it Virgo? Wow, you might be interested in the Virgo reading, and I don't usually say anything about anything. If you feel drawn to it, you're drawn to it. So I think it's me trying to just say that the Virgo reading was very different this time. Very different. And I'm trying to reorganize the cards. I don't know why. I just should leave it. Interesting. I started out saying that I will do extended today. People have been asking about it. I love it. I will do it for 2 reasons. One is that I also love to go deeper. I love to dive into whatever this means to give you a fuller, it's still general, but it's a fuller explanation of what's going on. And number 2, it gives me some monies, to be honest. It helps me to just get some money, to be honest. And so it's a win-win. I give you something in the extended, you give me something back. If it interests you, of course. If it resonates in the YouTube reading, it probably will resonate for you in the extended. If it doesn't, leave it. Don't force it. Then just come back next week or something. Okay, Scorpio, you have 3 cards on the table with a black border, and the black border for me stands for the universe, like dark matter, black materia, dark, just the universe and the universe's wisdom and beyond. Probably everything that we think we see but doesn't know anything about. That sort of feeling. The universe is backing you up. The universe is all about the manifestation. Like the black border is all about the manifestation. What we have in the energy that you can bring into manifestation. Okay, you have 3 of the. It's not just one card. We have, 3 of those cards on the table. So there's something about you creating something in your life right now that you're bringing in from pure energy to reality. Something is shifting from the energy point to a reality, for a physical reality for you to see. No matter what that is that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, wanting to happen, it is coming to fruition. You couldn't have 3 cards on the table with a black border. It's 65 cards in the deck, and I promise you, I want to show you. There we have green borders, we have blue borders, we have red borders, and I think we have one more, purple borders, and then black. So, and you saw it just fall out. So we have 3 on the table, and then we have, which is so almost the same. It's a purple border, which is all about spirituality. So we're moving out to space, basically today. We start with the number 17. 17 for me is all about eternity, immortality, the longevity of something if the longevity never ends. It's like an eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. Don't ask, the cards are being reversed. Long story short, it just is. I will read out the words to you. It says number 17 there. We have a 1 and a 7, and it says hope on the bottom. What I'm drawn to talk about here is the fact that you're now becoming I know it's grand words, but I'm going to use them. I'm not going to hinder myself, whatever comes through. So it's like you're becoming a grand healer or something. Like, and a healer could mean so many different things. A healer could mean that you're talking to somebody and that somebody feels way better after you talk to them. It could mean that you literally are waving your hands over somebody. That's the easy way to describe it. You're waving your hands over somebody and you're literally putting the energy system back in order for that person or for yourself. There's healing taking place around your, I'm so drawn to this specifically here, around your wrists. So there's something around your wrists going on. And for me, if I'm hurting in my wrists, if there's something about my wrists, I know that, okay, I now have to focus on having just a clearer path in where I'm going in my life. It's like in Swedish, we would call that leder. My bones in my body is sort of cracking a bit and it's not holding together. It's like a metaphor for me that, okay, we need to go back and find our track again and be on the right path. And you're so on the right path. You had a freaking sun coming out of your hands. It could be that you're dealing with a Leo somehow, or you could have a strong Leo in your chart, like in your birth chart. I want to talk about new beginnings. There's something about the number 1, which stands for new beginnings, a new start, a fresh new start. And the number 7, which is all about on the 7th day he rested. Like we made the world in 6 days, and then on the 7th day he rested. So there's something about we're starting something over. There's a fresh new beginning, but there's not so much more to do, if that makes sense. Like you don't have to ask another time for what it is. The universe knows what you want at this point. The universe has heard you at this point. So there is something around this patience So just now be patient. And you're doing such a good job because of the energy that I feel around your wrist, that you're so on your path now. You're so on track. It doesn't mean that you can't be tired at times or that you can feel a bit, it says hope on the bottom, but that you can be a bit hopeless at times. It can be a feeling of, is it really going to come? You know, you have the right to feel that, but know that at the same time that you're so on the right track, you're so on the right path, okay? And then 1 + 7 = 8, and the figure 8 is also the infinity sign. So in heaven, so on earth, so above, so below. So it's like something that you're bringing down to earth. We're bringing heaven down to earth. It's like a paradise. We're gonna walk in heaven on earth. It's sort of happening, I feel, as we speak. Then we move into okay, bear with me here. We move into this next card, and it's the number 18. So again, we have new beginnings. It's a new start. We're starting over with something. You're on your right path. And we have the number 8. Again, the figure 8. It's eternity, infinity. It's a power number. So we have 2 number 8 on the table, and we have 2 number 1s on the table. So that might be a significance to you. 1, 1, 11, 8, 8, 8, something like that. In alignment. That speaks in alignment. So if you see a lot of 1s like in alignment, or a lot of 8 in alignment, that probably is for you to take notice of it in this moment in time. It can be other numbers as well, but you would know that those numbers mean that something is aligning, something is becoming very much what you want them to be, if that makes sense. Shadow for me, excuse me. It's so interesting with Scorpio. It's like all about moon. For me, Scorpio equals moon, the full moon, the new moon, and everything in between. For me, Scorpios are moon children, and this is no difference. There's something about the moon here, and the moon side, this shadow side, for me feels like the moon. And so you're so strong in the moon. And we have the sun here. So bear with me. I'm just trying now to explain what I feel. You are the moon, so we don't need any more of it, if that makes sense. Like you're, for instance, I'm a Leo's sun, which means that I was born, like the sun was located in the Leo sign when I was born. I am a person who rarely spends any time in the sun. I don't like the sun. I love the sun. I love the light, but I don't like the heat. I don't like to. If we're going to a beach, you will find me under a palm tree or something somewhere, or under because we don't find any palm trees here in Sweden, that's for sure. But under parasol, is that the same word? Under a large umbrella. It's just that I don't need more sun. And if I look like in my chart, there's so much sun, there's so much fire in my chart that's spending time in the sun just overdoes it. It's like over watering a plant. You don't need any more water than if you already watered it. It will just it won't make any sense. You could kill it if you overwatered a plant, right? It's the same thing with you and the moon. It's like you were born, and I don't know where you have your moon in your chart, and it's not really important. It's not. I talk about it like it is really important, but it isn't. What I'm trying to convey here is there's so much moon in you that there's no need for you to be more associated with it, more focused on it, more involved with the moon than you already are. Now we're moving into the sun, which is sort of almost our contrasting element. The sun is the contrasting element. And so it's like you are just now, Scorpio, you're so deep with your emotions, you're deep with your thoughts, there's depth. If you bring up the spiritual body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the physical body, you can just add depth to it. It's just depth to you. No matter what you're doing, even though it's a playful thing, you're taking the playful thing serious. It's like, let's do this full on, go as deep as you can. If you want to learn about something, you're not going to learn about it on the surface. You want to learn about it. Like, we're going to go deep into understanding how this whole thing works. That's the type of energy I pick up here. And there's no difference between, it's not like you're a negative person, but you probably, being a Scorpio, have been a hell of a lot on the dark side, on the shadow side, not the dark side. I mean, this is matter. We're talking about dark matter, which is probably the most powerful, the most light, the most beautiful thing we have. The universe that is completely black, completely dark. But you spend a lot of time on the dark, heavy, like on the shadow, heavier side, the moon side, and you've had plenty of it, which probably have translated into not so fun experiences physically, like in your real life, like things that you have had to deal with over the course of time. You've been feeling the shadow side, and now we're moving into the, for lack of better words, but we're moving into the light. We're coming out of this shadow. The shadow is just the shadow can just appear as long as the sun is there somewhere, making you, right? As soon as the sun is gone, we can't find the shadow anywhere. So it's not darkness that I'm talking about. It's the shadow work, and you're done with the shadow work now. It's like we're this now. This is your foundation now. This is what we started with for eternity, immortality, number 17. And you're so on the right path. You've done the work. You've come home, basically. And we're now stepping out of this shadow part of you, the moon part of you, and we're moving into the light, the more sun part of you. Number 1 + 8 = 9, and 9 speaks about endings. Something's really coming to an end. Therefore, we go into these beginnings. But 9 also stands for unconditional love. And I actually, yes, I should bring that up again, because I actually rephrased that whole thing the other day for Virgo. That, I think it was the extended Virgo. So if you feel cheated, if you watch Virgo, and she's not talking about that, it might have been in the extended. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to explain. Maybe it was on YouTube. Anyway, what I said for what I believe was Virgo was I couldn't add the word love. I was trying to say number 9 means unconditional love, and what I ended up saying was number 9 means unconditional, because the minute that I added the word love, it became conditional. Because if it's unconditional love, it isn't unconditional anymore. It's love. And love is just the highest vibration that we can comprehend, being in a quite low frequency here on earth. So if you go beyond love, stay with me. It's not so out there that you think, and maybe this is just yummy stuff for you. I hope it is, if you're drawn to this channel. Love is just below everything that comes above it. Dark matter, for instance. Like, when we leave time space, there's nothing called love. we're higher than love. The energy, the vibration picks up even faster, so fast that you can't see it anymore. If we're down in love, we've slowed the vibration way down, but it's still the highest. They're freaking awesome. It's what we're aiming for. Love, knowing, clarity, just pure passion. It's just awesome. I'm not trying to say that it's not. I'm just saying this is unconditional. It just means that you're stepping into something that is very, very pure. Very, very pure. And I just want to say, it's probably quite new to you. It's probably quite, if you've been working on the shadow side of yourself for as long as you can, as long as you know anything, it doesn't mean that you haven't been happy. It doesn't mean that you haven't had like glorious times in your life, but it has still been a lot of shadow work. Hope this makes sense. You're now about to step into this gorgeous opposite version of that, the contrasting version of that, like the sun part of you, the light part of you, that is equally much there, but it's so brand new to you. It's no struggle there. There's no it's going deep within pure joy. How awesome is that? It's you feeling it to the fullest, but in pure bliss. And you should have by now felt glimpses of it, felt hunches of it, that it's like almost like a coming and going. It's like what was that? Like you just feel euphoric over anything. It could be a salad or you could sit by yourself and just catch something happening and you just feel pure joy over it. And guys, I'm prepared to say that the type of person, Scorpio, who has really, really gone to the depths of themselves, doing this much shadow work on themselves, and then sort of be done with it, be ready with it, and happy and eager to step into now the opposite of it. There's so much joy and happiness waiting for you. It's unbelievable. Because the contrast always exists. There's the polarity always. There's the full version of it. There's the sun. There's always the sun. The sun is the reason why the shadow is even there. And you're done the work in the shadow, and now it's not like, and now we have to work up that. No, the shadow was the shadow. The shadow was the place because the sun exists. And so now we're stepping into that. The last readings has become very spiritual, very, I love it. This was the basis for Virgo, and that's why I remember so strongly that I think that the Virgo had this and they had a shadow. I'm not sure about the hope. This is your ground, the foundation for you. So, Scorpio, what does this mean for you coming up from... Yeah, it's more of a... This actually is quite material for me. It's quite like manifested reality. Again, it's the black border. We have the pillars in the back, which is really like telling that it's your foundation is, we've laid the foundation. There's no more work to be doing. There's no more praying, asking, wishing for anything. It's a done deal. We're just now waiting. And you're quite cute with your little flowery thing is behind your ears. Maybe a little herb situation going on there. It's this authority on the bottom. And the number 4. And the number 4 for me stands for your heart, your energy center around your heart. And you're there. You're starting to feel your heart. You're starting to... There's a focus around your head for sure. But it's more the sun feeling around your head. It's like you if not all, then at least a heck of a lot. You've conquered your demons. Dramatic again. Like the sun is now, again, the sun is now around your thoughts. The sun is now around your mental body. And so there's no more demons going on. There's no more sort of ugly talk to yourself or to others. You don't have to protect yourself anymore. You look a bit protective, but this just shows that this time around, I'm being protective in my sunlight. I don't feel this guardedness around you anymore. I think that you've probably been quite guarded in the past. And the walls are coming down. You've done the work. We're stepping into a beautiful, beautiful place. And you're so in alignment with everything that you want. And it's so heartfelt now. Then we have number 6. 6 for me is self-love. So it just fits perfectly. It's self-love. It's not the sort of romantic type of love. It's the love for yourself, for your whole existence. It's number 6. And the card says victory and success. You're tooting your own horn. It's like what do you call those? Nar. You don't say a joker. You know, those people who are, you see them in medieval times. What? I don't know what this means. I hear medieval times. I hear, what is that series? I haven't watched it myself. With all the dragons and stuff. Oh shoot. I'm just blocking myself now. I just heard it a minute ago. What is the word? Okay, I'm just gonna let it go and it will come back. Medieval times. I get the feeling of, I don't know if you know the series Outlander. It's on Netflix, I think. Outlander. There's something about Outlander. I think it's those times. There's something about those times. And Game of Thrones, thank you. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. There's something about Outlander and Game of Thrones. I do not know why. I'm just telling what comes through. And it's trying to sort of show you, like, this is the guy that comes in, and we call it a nar in Swedish. They come in and they are supposed to entertain us. We people who sit here at the table with all the foods and stuff, with this grand party, and this nar, fool, is the fool, maybe, comes in to entertain us. This is like, this guy is entertaining the sun. This guy is entertaining the hell out of, it's like he's able to bring, because if you, maybe that's easier. If you look at it, it's so dark. It's like the shadow. It's so dark. It's like a lot of clouds here. And if you could see it really, it's like the sunlight is just coming through because the darkness is like going away. And this guy, being the fool or the nar, is able to actually play it out. Is actually to, amuse it out, using humor to get it out, using all the comedic aces that he has to bring the sun out. And I don't know why Outlander and Game of Thrones is here. I don't know. You you sort that out. But it's something about how this one person is able to bring this whole, we're just so superior to everybody else, and we're a bit arrogant, and we're super rich, and we have all this food, and entertain us. And they actually are able to do just that. They're actually able to bring their A game and make most of those super snobs laugh really hard because they think that guy is really funny. And it just tries to tell, I don't know if that is going on in Game of Thrones since I haven't seen it. I've seen some parts of Outlander, and I can't really say that that is going on there. It's like this guy is bringing out the sun, and he's doing it through humor and wittiness and play and fun and music. Like, it's like, and that is telling to you how you now bring the sun out, how you now be comfortable in this side of yourself. You're already there. You're doing such a good job. And keep staying there. Keep being this. Keep being you. In this sunlight, in this lighter part of yourself, in this joyful part of yourself, it's literally to use as much humor and wittiness and jokes, and you're playing the sun for it to come out, and you're succeeding. You're a success. Victory and success. That was, see what I did there? Brought it back around. This is awesome. This is so awesome. The path that you're upon, Scorpio. It took me a bit to get there, I feel. It's like I'm just getting the energy going here now. I hope it makes sense for some of you guys. I'll go into the extended, and it's sort of somewhat the same for me, how we're moving from the shadow to the light, from the moon to the sun. And so I will just continue to draw cards and see what comes out. So if this resonates with you, probably the extended will as well. If you feel like that's pulling you, come to the link in the description box. Otherwise, I hope to see you back in a week for your love reading. Take care, guys. Bye.